Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a vegan Trader Joe's grocery haul, and this time it's a little bit different because I'm trying to kind of transition to a higher carb, I'm trying to transition to a higher fat, low carb diet. Possibly might try vegan keto out at some point, but that's still TBD because that's pretty extreme. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you what I got from Trader Joe's that's vegan, high fat, low carb. I bought a lot of stuff, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and yes, my shirt does say leave me alone, because if you're a woman in New York City, you'll get it. I think I'm going to start with produce. So at first I got some organic baby spinach and some organic shredded kale. Because I'm more of a kale person now, I don't really love spinach as much. And then I also got the organic shredded green and red cabbage with carrots blend. This is one of my favorite things. Also got some riced cauliflower, some organic Persian cucumbers, a big thing of basil, fresh mint. I also got shiitake mushrooms. These are one of my favorite types of mushrooms. I feel like once you start eating shiitake and portobello and oyster mushrooms and like the fancier mushrooms, it's hard to go back to like just baby bella and stuff. 1 lemon, mini avocados. Got some raspberries, blackberries. Berries are like some of the only fruit you can eat on a keto diet, and so I know that they're low carb, so I'm just trying to ease myself into that. I got some cherries. I'm not really sure how low carb cherries are, but I got some anyways because I'm not like going fully keto, at least not yet. And that's one of the things that would be hard, I think, about this diet for me. You can't really eat that much fruit, and fruit is one of my favorite things in the whole entire world. Like, I would eat fruit all day if I could, so that would definitely be a struggle for me. Jicama wraps, thinly sliced jicama, great for tacos. Serving size is 2 wraps, 15 calories, 3 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fiber. So it looks like it's a 1 net carb per serving. That's pretty good. Then moving on to just kind of random assorted products. I guess I'll start with my proteins. So Trader Joe's got Impossible Meat. It was like $7 something. I think it was between $7 and $8. They just got it, I think, nationwide and in all the Trader Joe's. I don't really eat Beyond Meat or Impossible Meat on a regular basis because it's just a little bit more processed than I would like to eat daily, and it's also a little bit more pricey as well. But now that this is at Trader Joe's and now that I'm trying to be higher fat, this might become a little bit more of a frequent food that I buy. Definitely not an everyday type of thing, maybe every other week. The serving size is 4 ounces, 240 calories, 14 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbs, minus 3 grams of fiber, so that's 6 grams of carbs, and 19 grams of protein. I also got these turkeyless protein patties. They're plant-based burgers, 240 calories, 23 grams of protein per serving, 14 grams of fat, only 2 grams of net carbs. 6 grams of net carbs compared to 2 grams of net carbs. So we'll see. Hopefully this one tastes good. And then I got some organic firm tofu. I also got some organic regular textured tofu, still in the fridge. So now moving on to the more like fats and stuff that I got. It's Miyoko's Creamery Vegan Lox Cream Cheese. This stuff is actually really good. When I first tried it like maybe a year ago, I wasn't sure how I felt about it because it definitely doesn't really taste like lox, but it has this like slightly fishy but just like tangy different flavor to it that I really like. Really delicious on toast, on bagels, but now that I'm trying to cut down on that stuff, I could probably have it with like a tofu scramble. Vegan ranch dip. So yeah, this is probably not the healthiest thing, but it's made of coconut cream, canola oil, water, red wine vinegar, parsley, garlic, sea salt, shallots, chives, black pepper, dill, and xanthan. So it's not like terrible ingredients for like a ranch dip, but it's still a little bit processed. Raw pumpkin seeds. This was like, I want to say like $6 or $7, so a little pricey. Raw Oregon hazelnuts. I never buy nuts. Like the only time I ever buy nuts is if I'm making like some sort of recipe with it, usually like a cashew based thing. Very, very high fat, relatively low carb, and like moderate to low protein. I also needed to stock up on chia seeds. These are really good for omega-3 fatty acids as a vegan and just in general. Hemp seeds from Trader Joe's. These also are good for omega-3 fatty acids. And then I got some blanched almond flour. This is another one of those things that I always want to get, but I never do because it's just, again, more on the pricey side. It's like $7 or $8 at Trader Joe's, which is a lot for them. This is a really good baking flour substitute. Organic roasted seaweed with salt. These are so, so delicious. The only thing I hate about it is all this plastic and extra packaging, but it does make a really good snack pack kind of thing. I saw this furikake. I don't really know how to say that correctly. Japanese multi-purpose seasoning. This has white sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, nori, salt, and kelp powder. 1 tablespoon of this is 25 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 1 carb, and then also has 1 gram of fiber, so 0 net carbs, I think, and then 1 gram of protein. I don't know, this just sounded like a really delicious, easy way to add that Japanese flavor to like a big, big bowl of veggies, so I just had to pick it up. So these last 2 items are more fun bits that are definitely not low carb, high fat. But because I'm transitioning into this diet, I wanted to have like 2 kind of cheat items that I could just eat and then be done with. The first one is, I already broke into it. These are the corn, pea, bean, and quinoa crisps. They're so good. They taste kind of like popcorners, which I love also, but they're just from Trader Joe's. Yeah, these have a lot of carbs, but they're so tasty. They look like this. Crunchy, tasty, so good. So I got these, but after I finish this bag, I'm gonna try not to get any more for a while. Okay, so the very last naughty item that I got is the new non-dairy oat milk ice cream, strawberry flavor, and it has almond brittle and candied strawberries. This sounds so good. I'm so excited to try this. Last time I went to Trader Joe's, I was gonna get it because I saw that it was a new product, but they didn't have any. So when I saw it this time, I was like, all right, if I'm gonna start this whole thing, I better get this quick and just, have my time, have my fun with it, and then move on with my life. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be thinking about this forever. Okay, I got too excited. I'm gonna do a little mini taste test right now of this because I just can't wait. This is what it looks like. Nothing too exciting looking, but it's already a little soft. This is so good. Like the little chunks in it, they're not too big and like overwhelming. So if you're not someone who likes like a lot of stuff in their ice cream, this will probably still be manageable. Still a good amount of little added bits. The strawberry flavor is really nice. The oat is so creamy. It's not quite as creamy as like Oatly oat milk ice cream. That stuff is really creamy that it's almost like a little too oaty sometimes, if you know what I mean. I mean, I love it, but this one is a little bit less. It's not like one of those really icy vegan ice creams. It's definitely more creamy than that. So this is really, really good. Wow. Okay, I gotta stop. So if you are a fan of like strawberry flavor, strawberry ice cream, or just anything sweet like me, definitely go try this. It's so good. Not really fitting into this whole high carb, or I keep saying that because that's what I want to be. Doesn't really fit into this whole high fat, low carb diet, but it's definitely a good treat. Alright, so I think that was everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to say that this was not like everything that you could get at Trader Joe's that's vegan and high fat, low carb, but it's just what I happened to pick up. I already have things like frozen veggies, olive oil, coconut oil, things like that. So I just need to get some other additional things, and I hadn't been to the grocery store in like a week and a half or 2 weeks. It ended up costing about $120, which is a lot for Trader Joe's and just in general, but it's honestly because of all of the nuts and seeds and some of the more like processed things. But these are things I'm like restocking on / just getting for the next couple months hopefully. So there's not going to be like a weekly purchase. That's why this haul is a little bit more expensive. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see any recipes or what I ate in days as a vegan who's trying a higher fat, low carb diet, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.